father, they almost went to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh, then when I heard what was happening, it was remaining 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bunny, Jim Bunny. So when I went to court, I said, what is going on?
Oh, yes, indeed. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, Monrovia. What a great way. What a great day. What a great way. We'd like to welcome you to yet another edition. What a great way it feels to be back behind these microphones to engage on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to our friends, our followers. Those of you in the diaspora, it's good to have you join us as always. What a pleasant good morning, and welcome to yet another intriguing conversation on the nation's premier breakfast platform. We have been doing some technical works behind the scene, and that is quite responsible exactly for why we are coming on a little bit late, for which we apologize. But it's good to be here, and yes, the Freedom Morning Rise is on. Join us just wherever you are. Share as much as you can and let us reach as far and wide. Pump up your speakers because they're very interesting conversations, hard conversations, bold, fearless conversations this morning. Something is terribly bothering all of us. This one here, if it happens, trust me. My word. That is why it is always good to have the media around to bring up the debates, for the citizens to get involved, for the government to hear and listen from the people, the citizens.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters.
Good morning.
They were coming, they said they were liberators.
The biggest CEO, Honorable Old Man Sam Sion, the Crime Stopper Man. Good morning to our former boss,
What kind of people they say?
Councillor Kevin Sion. Oh yeah.
What kind of people they say? They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter,
I know you all be wondering that. Oh, happy the morning. Nothing happy.
you killing our
I'm just speaking to y'all.
freedom fighter.
I mean, no, absolutely not. Yeah, but I'm just saying good morning. As you wake up from your bed this morning, just know we are telling you good morning. Too many things to talk about, indeed. Lots of things happening. And indeed, the trend continues. The weak and lazy government, the panicking government, the crybaby government. That's what the rescue has turned to. The crybaby government. They're crying everywhere.
When they were coming, they said
When Abu thought they cried,
but when they came, they cried.
he got thought they cried.
Their mind,
AB thought they cried.
their mind. They change their mind. What kind of
Mama Malu thought they cried.
freedom fighter? What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters.
Snow thought,
They
oh,
bring our women,
a drum of tears coming from their eyes. Cry, go.
bring our children. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you destroy our country. They are freedom fighters. Ayo.
So yes, we will zero in and continue from the conversations around the government incendiary response to what is deemed a democratic political dissent as the government threatens political persecution of a sitting lawmaker, made some very, very uncivilized response. We'll do part 2. And in the wake of that, the Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Jeremy Matthew Pia, the gold freak. This is Waka government's gold freak. The men love gold. The men are in the basement there in America, struggling, suffering, begging for better rent to carry their family. Yeah. The men get government and they say, where go? Where go? Make them put gold on your toes. They're stealing your country money. Freedom fighter in there. Go to the man from the basement and bring the message in freedom for a minute. And he says, yeah, yelling on the class really then. Basement or giving the man hard. Yeah, sleeping, somebody sorry and say, my man, you can't be sleeping here. In the car garage. I know the equivalent of car garage, but in America, the car they can get there too much, but the car parking so the fans are small mature, put it on. Pierre used to be sleeping in the car garage, beneath. And the PR man be passing around talking nonsense. You have that people that also, what kind of man you are? So, but PR so much sus. PR say, PR people throwing you under the bus. Say, look, but the thing you're talking here, you don't know how the Ministry of Information work, the work of the Minister of Information. Me, I just saying on here, the people call me, they say, go talk they 1 year, I talk it. Then you're making it say that me, they won't do it by myself. Say that I may do it by myself. But the we'll talk more about that. But today the conversation is going to particularly center around what appears to be, the position of the government of Liberia, the foreign policy approach of the government. We're going to be looking at that, looking at some of the comments that have come from spokes, government spokespersons. Particularly, I have an audio recording of the Director General of the Liberia Broadcasting System. He had a podcast communicating the position of the government diplomatically and foreign service wise, foreign relations wise, and it is clear and indicative in that in the recording that the government is actually clear on doing business with China, right? And so, but responsibly people can do that. So let's say our government now has taken a decision based on her foreign policy agenda and objectives that they believe that their best interest or the attainment of their national interest goals can be fulfilled in a business with China and not the US. But the comments made by the LBS guy, Fagon, is terribly disgusting. And so it's important that we have conversation about this because it's about our country. If one person feels erratic and they feel, whatever they feel and begin to make comments that have very terrible ripple effects on all of us, we believe it is a national conversation. But you get to know exactly what I'm talking about, right? I've also come to understand, just as Pia is now telling us that the comments he made, the statement he issued against Snow, he was instructed by his bosses from the executive mansion. We're also understanding that podcast, the recording I have, that I will be playing for all of you to hear and listen to how Fagon spoke to the US and our traditional ally and some of the claims he made against them, right? Accusing the US of plotting to bring war on Liberia, to work with people to come and destabilize the country and blaming America for all of the terrible things. So we want to bring it up for national discussion. right? And the president calls Fagon and tell Fagon to do that and say that about our traditional friend. At the end of the day, President Bouakai will be president for the constitutional period. Let's say 2029, when he is in wheelchair, you will still carry him to be president. That's your prerogative, right? At the end of the day, constitutionally, he will have two successive mandates. After that, the consequences of these comments and statements against, and diplomatic partners and friends have ripple effect. So our children will come here, your grandchildren will come here and start to feel a pinch of it, something they do not know. Only because one reckless man was appointed by, I mean, a miscarriage president, and then that man made some terrible comments that were very offensive, and the payback is coming at a time where our children got to be struggling and trying to settle between. But anyway, folks, this is exactly what it is. So you're most welcome. Today is Wednesday, and of course, we are paying $20,000 to each of our winners this morning on the show, and you have a chance to settle that long-standing areas that you have been dragging with. 20,000 is no joke. It's quite simple. All you have to do, make sure you have at least $200 on your phone or more, and it's equivalent in US. So each of the denomination, and you're good to go. So you dial star 799 star 11 hash, star 799 star 11 hash, and then you enter the draw. But that is not the end. Um, there's a new system we have now, and then within that system, you have a chance and an opportunity, right, to select at once the number of tickets that you want to play. Assuming you have $2,000 on your phone and you want to play 10 times, right? So you go right within the option bracket and select 2020. So when you put in 20, then that means you're commanding the system to play 20 times. System plays 20 times, and look, it is designed in such a way that once you play that number of time, you stand a chance to win. Very huge chance. So it's 20,000 this morning, right? And of course, we will be giving some other prizes, 5,000, 1,000 frequent players, and all of these are available. So we'll spend more time this morning giving our money. Yeah, we're gonna spend more time giving our money this morning. So that's what it is on the show. So we hold it right there and do what? Right? We hold it right here and go to check with what's happening quietly this morning. So trust me, we're spending more time on Eugene Fagon and Mr. Barker. So it's clear now. Evident by what Pierre said yesterday on the class reloaded, right? Evident by what Pierre said on the class reloaded. It's evident that anything you see happening, anything you see government officials doing or saying today in Liberia is being sanctioned by the president. Waka will send the people, then he hire him. He will tell the people to go say the thing, he hire him. So Pierre is now okay. I mean, it was Patrick Horner that asked him the question, and from his response, he was not satisfied with the manner in which Patrick asked the question. So you're asking the question as though he said the way you ask the question as though as information minister, I just wake up and just do my own thing at any time. I do not have control over the timing, right? I communicate for the president, for the government, sorry. When the government asks me to speak now on the issue, it is not my prerogative to go tell the government, say, oh, by the time. No, my job. So the man say he's a core he information minister. In fact, he work in a system where he can provide technical advice, right, on communication matters. As soon as they tell him, say, go open your mouth, and go and open your mouth. Say, for him, that how you looking. As soon as they tell you say, oh, go open your mouth wide, you say they want to say, yeah, they go and open your mouth wide because you know more not get control. That Jeremy PR. I mean, ordinary, common way. That's how he sounded. But does it make PR sense to me? No, but absolutely, I do not expect quality from those bonsues in government. I mean, this is exactly a man who was sleeping in garage with cars and irons in somebody's basement in America. So, what much do I expect actually? This is how bereft they are. But they come here, they want you to dignify them, and people like us say, "No, we know you. We're not gonna dignify you. We know who we can dignify." As soon you lose government job, you go back again to square one and start begging people for beg of rest and something to carry to your baby money around Monrovia. So we are so people like that, indecent people like that, we know them. So man, a PR name, they're not somebody what y'all gotta be. I don't know why you can be taking PR name to be looking PR. Hey, look at PR, right? PR. I'm gonna bring some picture of PR sleeping in a garage and put it all for you to see. You think PR can bring friskiness to people like us? But anyway, that's another conversation for another day. Baka brought so dishonorable punks. Y'all go tell them, say, Abu M. Sharif. It's referring to them, all of them as punks. These are criminals, embezzlers, thieves. That's who they are. And they're idiots. Look at the indecent guy Baka took to water and sewer. Very indecent. Irresponsible. The guy will impregnate people, children, and pass around and tell them and say, go take out the bed and then go. I mean, this is nonsense, man. Well, the country has been brought so low. Country is at the lowest. Look at that kind of indecent man. And sitting having civilized conversation in a responsible. I mean, this is desecration. But anyway, you brought us here. How you elect a man who brain is going down? You let that kind of man who brain is going down. Look at the executive management. It's so noisy, so disorganized, unprofessionally managed. Look at all of them fighting among themselves. That play Lule war zone war. Everybody will go find their own rebel clique. You're not ashamed that people will be saying, "Oh, the executive management is divided into four. You get four different segments." That's a mark of irresponsibility. And you get Sylvester Grace when they say people more refer to them honor. You look at honor. Look at all of dirty, reckless man because Anthony Cassidy like me causing my cause on social media. Look at that, right? These are all of the things happening in the government, folks. While Liberians are suffering, and then the old fools are misbehaving and acting as if to say, I don't know, man. But anyway, hey guys, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning. It's good. I'm here. The rain had to keep me somewhere for more than 30 to 45 minutes, but it's okay. We're back here. I had to do the Liberian people's job, and it's great being here. I listened to the composition of today's breakfast, and it promises to be uh, fascinating and, of course, important for the public. And all you can do is share the live Facebook feed, and, of course, YouTube as well. And also, hey, invite someone to listen along when you are following through the radio. Yes, then you have access to credible information. Everything we will see here will back them up with evidence, if possible, documentary, uh, or video or audios, whatever it is. But we must back them here, and that's why we are always here, and they fear us. And it's good to be back here this morning.
That's correct. And so basically, like Higa said, this is exactly what we do, and then we provide our commentaries. I mean, that's our views. And so there is something happening. It was brought to our attention yesterday in Bapulu, right? And it's terrible. And some of you sit down, and when we give you this information, right, you have the opportunity to follow them. The president feels, I don't know, increasingly insecure, or he really does not have trust for his cycle and all of that. So the president goes to Sierra Leone, make arrangement for Kamanjo, OO rebel, and people who believe that they are license killers and ruthless, and uncivilized, brutal elements, and bring them to Liberia to provide escrow presidential protection. And so these people, as we have been told, are deployed at Boaka's private facilities across the country. Whether it's the farm, whether it's his mother-in-law, then he in-laws, then property in Bomi, or he say that property, right? Whether it's the one in Broadville or the one they are constructing in Foya, right? And we also told that the president was lured. I said this thing some time ago. Some whether they are active servicemen in Sierra Leone or not, but they have been mixed with the national security. Some of them are in the EPS, some of them are in the ERU, the PSU. So they just blend them around like that. I can't running P by Barcelona. Yeah, so they just mix them up like that. So the latest is the ones that were brought to Cape Man, where they say not Cape Man, but Wapulu, where they say from a Boaka farm,
From
right?
Obuaka,
Say the girl
in Bama.
in Bama. So those one has been involved in terrorizing, harassing, intimidating, flogging residents in Bama for what they will just temporarily, assume to be trespass. So, for example, you walk in because they don't speak to anybody, they don't talk. They want people hear their Creole. So they are the son of Baba people. They in blah clothes. So the latest is somebody walking around the farm and then
A child, in fact.
a child. So the tree, the plum tree, these are wind periods now. The rainy season is coming. So the wind blew and then the plum fell like a regular child running to pick the plum up from the ground. Joseph Boakai kissy people from Sierra Leone, Kamaja rebels. We'll keep calling them Kamaja rebels because their actual identity, the government will have to tell us their actual identities and why they are here. So these Kamaja rebels grab the people child beating up mercilessly. Tomorrow we'll bring you the video, we'll bring you the photo of it. We'll challenge them. So the president yesterday got on another private jet when they are argued that the last time he traveled was the last time they're going to use private jet, that they ain't using private jet again. Because remember the president King got very and said when all the people laughed to him about the video, you're not going nowhere, King. You will stay here. So the king they say, oh, the president is no longer going to travel or fly out on private jet. In fact, a big headable one, brand new silver color. That what the man brought. You see, the president keeps doing these things, but that's what it is. But the situation in Bama we're following is terrible. This is reminiscent of the Doe era, where you have secret, service or secret society, security people beating people, terrorizing people.
And Abu, all that the situation in Bama can tell us again, if you listen to the insider we got, all that it can tell us is the president got a very unforgiving spirit, and he intend to go after people who disagree with him. What happened in Bama is like we reported here that he wanted some parcel of land from the people there, and he promised to pay the people for that or to just compensate them for the land that they were given. And after he failed to do so, after the people gave him the land and he failed to compensate the people, they then decided that they will take back their land. And I challenge anyone in Bama this morning, if you're there, probably you got my private number or you want to talk privately on this conversation, you can just call me up on the 080 40 33 12 40 33 12 080 just on this conversation. If you are there in Bama, and I challenge anybody who want to agree or disagree with this conversation. Yes. So the president, when the people gave him the land, and then he refused to pay the compensation that he promised the people. But then he instead decided to go be sending people there and all kind of thing, right? He decided to go be sending people there to start clearing place and all of that. So the people said, but we've not concluded. We have implemented our own side of the bargaining, the agreement, by accepting to give you our land. But you said in return you were going to compensate us. You've not compensated any one of us, but you instead sending people to clear the land, start doing things here. We will not accept it until you can compensate us. That's how it all started. So the president, feeling that he can use his presidential power and intimidate the people, wanted to violently and forcibly utilize the people land without compensating them. So as a result of that, the traditional people in the town started to use the traditional means to scare away those who were being sent there to work. And then it happened to the extent that the president had to send people, his guys that are there, they had to forcibly go in the people bush, the traditional bush, and violently took people who were there. If you saw the photos coming from there, I think you saw it, where the children, some of them were caught, and you could see so all on the people and all of that. So it was because the president violently sent people there and said, "Hey, y'all go there and take them from there. Y'all bring this thing to an end." So knowing that he cannot use continuously the power he got, especially when this boils down to traditional fight and all of that, the people were successful in reclaiming their land. They said they're not giving their land to him again. Now, this has sparked up anger in the president's cycle, especially those working there. The president himself is angry. The people that he sent there, the Kamajo, who are taking care of his property, the Farmer Bwaka farm in Bama, they themselves are angry. And the president have given them the red mandate that nobody from the village, no villager around there from that whole Bama going to the villages behind his farm. He said to them, nobody should have anything to do with this farm. And so it happened some 3 days ago. A child was passing, plum that was planted that maybe grew out there, or it was planted by some of the forefathers from that place. One of the plum dropped, and then a child passing, Abu, decided to. You know, in Nigeria when they see plum fall down, before then, yeah, they're happy and all of that. And that late child was arrested by the Kamajo there, Abu. He was, the thing they call Dofa Tabi doing the war, right? Where they will hold your hands and put it behind you and tie you from your muscle. That's what the people did to that late child in Bama some 3 days ago. And tomorrow we'll be displaying pictures and videos from that from that incident in Bama. And I challenge, like I said, I challenge anyone connected to the president in that Bama, whether you are a Unity Party person or whatever, whichever political party you're from. I challenge anyone to call and say what you're saying is lie, and then we bring up the fights. I challenge anyone. The people held that child, beat him. In fact, from what we were told, Abu, the people wasted gasoline on the child. We cannot say their intention was to burn the child, but they wasted gasoline on him until a nearby uncle to the child saw them manhandling the child, and they had to the person had to get involved and call the town people, and that had that child was saved from that incident, Abu. This is the kind of president that we get as head of our country. A very unforgiving, very wicked and dictatorial old man who feels like you should not disagree with him, who feels that he can just use his power and all of that to go at a certain group of people. So now the people in Bama have to be careful. All of you there from the main road going all the way behind the president, the so-called Farmer Bwaka's farm, all of you there have to be careful. This is it. Those guys, those Kamanjors that were brought from Sierra Leone to protect that property, I believe are under direct mandate as of now that any of you from that town that will have anything to do with that farm should be manhandled as a child who a very young child who don't even know his right from his wrong was manhandled some 3 days ago in Bama. This is it. And the good thing is Bama is one of those places that gave Bwakai the higher vote in Bapolu County.
Mm-hmm.
So when all of these things are happening, it is not opposition that may be paying debt that the government you voted for, the president you voted for, this is the president giving direct mandate to people to handle your child or children, to handle even you yourself in case you trespass. This is the government you voted for. And all we can say is that for you, we are charged with the responsibility. We are called the watchdog. So when we see things that are going that have the propensity to undermine the peace and stability of our country, it is our right to speak to these issues. So as a watchdog, we are here again to backing by calling on you to be careful how you live, to be careful how you go around that entire facility of the president, because those Sierra Leoneans are there. They could harm any of you. Leave that place, go back Sierra Leone, and you will not be able to identify anyone that will do what they will do to you. You have to be careful, and that is it. Tomorrow, like we said, we'll display videos and of course photos from that incident in Bama and Abu, and that is it.
So that's exactly what we thought to bring you up to speed with, and then you know exactly. So we have our eyes everywhere, and once we see the wrongs anywhere, we speak about them. Right? Today being Wednesday is an opportunity to give out um, money. So we are paying keen attention to that. So you have a chance. It's on *799*11#. Right. So once you dial *799*11#, uh, the system opens. Once the system opens, you select the currency that you would love to play, meaning the wallet that you have money on, whether it's the US or the Liberian dollars, and then you select the number of plays that you want to make, whether 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 18, 17. It's all up to you depending on how much you have on your mobile money wallet to qualify to win 20,000 Liberian dollars or its equivalent. Basically, it's $20,000 that will send you Liberian dollars. So you have a chance. It's on *799*11#. *799*11#. So we're monitoring as well, and we also have some $5,000 to give out to as loyalty price. So while you're playing now, once we see that there is frequency in your play, demonstrating commitment, you could also qualify for that 5,000 while you're awaiting your $20,000 to to make progress. So grab your phone. Don't be a doubting Thomas. See, sometimes the rope you can be overlooking that what can tie you. So basically, you have the chance to get yourself um 20,000. It's no more than $100, right? That's about hundred
It's
dollars.
$100 according
Yeah.
as per the rate.
So we're about to transition and we're monitoring. So yes, keep playing. You can be one person. You decide I want to collect the 20,000. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice 3,000 or 4,000 behind it. Then I get my 16,000 profit. Right? Then I get my 4,000 in my wallet. Trust me. If you have not tried it before or trusted, just try it right now. You see whether I will not call you and tell you say, oh, you really can say I got my 2,000. I'm going to chunk it behind ANC. So we're gonna wait. Hagar will bring us some of our fans' reaction on the social media, right? Let's recognize some of you out there. You already know the talking point. So the question becomes, who wants to kill um, Senator Edwin Mervyn Snow? Because as the government is charging him for treason, and treason under the law, right, is punishable by life imprisonment or death. So who wants to kill Edwin Mervyn Snow? Becomes the question. So, what do you think? After hearing all of the narrative, Senator Snow held several press engagements on yesterday. In fact, he spoke in the Senate chambers, right? when Vice President Jeremiah Kun presided, right? And even Kun acknowledged some of these things, the reckless nature of them. But don't mind Kun. Kun is a dangerous man. Kun can be plugging you with a saw and then smiling. That's how he is. You know how many pictures we saw Kun standing near President Weah dancing, smiling, taking him on his side. So don't mind Kun telling you that thing, but the man put it in your face. So let's recognize some of our friends and then we'll go to the meat of the discourse.
Jeremiah 5, we'll start off with here this morning. He says, I'm watching from Grand Judah County, CV outbuilt a mining sector. He says that. This person, Charles M. Dolopiapu says, I am back in Monrovia and watching the show that says the Fatrofice. This person, Abraham B. Kroma, says, good morning, Abu Sharif Pig. Too, I joined you guys from my Iron Factory community residence. And thanks, thank you. Thanks to the lawmaker of that district for intervening. If not, then those people.
Yeah, the budget
Yes,
people,
the
right?
Baje
Yeah.
Yeah.
That son lawmaker, that CDC
James,
lawmaker, that people center,
yeah.
the elite.
James Lamy says, good morning, brother Abu. Thursday to Thursday. What his name is? He says, good morning, my brother. Okay. Napoleon Gelaton says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching from Batnersville Junction. Titus Rennie Nons Chipley says, I'm following from Maigibby County. George Watkins Jr. says, good morning, everyone. I'm following from my comfort zone in District 13, Monserrado County, Liberia. Thank you. This person, X or G Bama Freeman says, good morning. I am watching from Brewerville residence. Okay, from my Brewerville residence, it should be. Wallace Sando says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching you from my Gibby County District 1 to be precise, Boys Town Junction, Marshall Road. Good morning, Abu Anwar Taylor says, good morning. I'm watching from Michigan. Mohammed Dukley says, I'm following closely from Mount Barkley community. Good morning. Thank you for following. Siliky Trey says, good morning. Eric W. Yenga says, good morning. I'm following from the EAW junction around the 12 Houses Road. Agatha Glasgow says, I'm watching from Tinkers Village, RIA Road, where the common citizen children live. She says that. Thank you, Agatha. Let's move on to Honorable Thomas N. Sabo says, I am following from Johnsonville Township. Thank you for following. Ayuba El Fufana says, the president travels with one of the most expensive private jet, Gulfstream 2024 model G800 that costs 72.5 million. And yes, we okay. So this one,
No, it's long,
very long. We can. Abu S. Kamara says, wait, where is it? Okay. Henry T. To Jr. says, good morning. I'm watching
where
from.
is Abu S. Kamara?
Yeah. He says, Henry T. To Jr.
That's some of the utility party expert director into the podium.
Oh, okay.
I remember call just whenever I'm a man. So
Henry T. To Jr. says, good morning. I'm watching from my resident in Carwell. Thanks for the show. Rennie C. Board says, following you from District 11, Batnersville Estate. Eddie Mayatason Balima says, okay, it says, good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I got something here. Okay, good morning, guys. Thanks for the great work. He says that. Johnson Dollar says, good morning, guys. I'm watching from a New Jersey resident. Thank you. Emmanuel Samuel Light Cooper says, good morning, Freedom Morning Rise. I'm following from Carwell Thumbs Up Community. Thank you. Bangali Dollar says, "Good morning, Abu Sharif. Abu Sharif, I am watching live from Abidjan this morning. Thanks for the topic under discussion." He says that. Jerry B. Bava says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. I am watching you from my hustle ground, Thinkers Village." Mary Tule says, "Good morning. I'm watching you from New Georgia Estate." Rufus Coco Nevis says, "Good morning, my mentor Abu Mshari. I'm watching or following from Broadville City Bible College Community." Mohammed Mariama G. Sharif says, "Good morning, Abu. I am watching from Mamadi Diakite Intellectual Forum in Jacobtown, St. Francis Community. Eating has become an achievement under Bwakai's leadership." He says,
from Mamadi Dakile from.
Yeah.
But Mamadi Dakile from the man Musa Mark, the man Bwaka appointed as Islamic Affairs advisor on the campaign. Yeah, the man gets not a job in the port. Like the man are making the
Joseph Nimlen Trawali says, "Good morning, family. Good morning, Joseph." Seku Kalasco Damaro is following. He says, "Good morning, guys. Good morning, Seku. Thanks for the work in my Gibi anyway. The man is helping. He's helping to connect.
That man, that whole lawmaker.
Yes,
Kevin,
yes,
that
yes.
man. I think I told Red Leggett you can go hawk the transformer to Bagaho. All we clear. District number 3. Everybody know. Only thing the people waiting for in district number 3, they say that election day.
But has he declared his intention?
What he will go point there and declare it. This is somebody kind of man helping. You know how long that you know what earlier I thought Red carry that bridge all along she go carry reef, put it there, break. Moreover, couldn't go in the community.
Moses, the comments. Let's get Moses Massaquoi says, "Good morning to you both, watching from London." Thank you, Moses. T. Hens A. Newpont says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family, and good morning to President. We are the people's president. I am watching from Fendale. Thank you for following." Seku Kalasco Damari again says, "Thanks for the wonderful job you guys continue to do." Thank you, Seku.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks to you too as well for your work you continue to do in my TV. Good morning, family. I'm following from EOW.
The man asking, the man asking whether you not declare your intention. I tell the man, no declaration will tell you, carry you, will put you there. We the people of district number 3 in Magibi.
Oh, you never joined it. We the people again.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, the man I made you man. So anything that's was seeing you follow the like this. So.
Yeah.
So Tule Davis says, "Good morning." Good morning. Tule Davis says, "Good morning, family. I'm following from where? Where is he says he's following. I want to get this on stream. Oh wow. Let me get this.
Yeah, we just gotta hold it right there.
Yes, because there are too many and they keep coming. They keep everything. They keep coming. You're right about
we
that.
Need to pass that private jetting.
And we Abu, I'm getting some information that the government has sent upfront. They've paid 20 million for a private jet that costs 35 million. So
we're hearing
after the rescue mission board $1.2 million vehicle, the president yet not still satisfied.
There is a country, I think it's somewhere in Asia, the people protested and then they went to the parliament, the burglary, and then they went to officials of government homes. And I said they believe for the government, they took it and carry it, right? So Bugger be buying everything. When the people ready, we the people will take everything from them. And look, we are not even sugarcoating anything. We can tell you all from the top to the bottom. That 1,000, how many more days they get that they will continue? So 1,000 some more days. As soon you want that, and we're doing the calculation from now to October. We even counting January.
So 14 days from now, we'll be taking out another 100 from that.
Good. As soon October reaches, you're already finished eating 2 years. Now October will calculate. So as soon you're finished, there's your reckless thing. As soon you're finished, all of your will hold all of your risk. Look, man, sometimes the routine, the people. What you people stole from the people 2023, they can't wait to take it back from you and give it to the owners. Everybody know now that you're lie. People are criminals. So 2029, when we shall have succeeded in reclaiming the Liberian people presidency, right? All of you criminal, we already know all of you that criminal. Bwakai, eh? Nobody living in this country will take your passport. Everybody will stay here. Nobody doing anything to anybody, but you will live the fruit of your labor. You right here. The horse you're beating you. All of you will know. When I don't tell you will know your property. They put on property while you're hijacking, buying it, doing using cash violence. I know all of y'all in the government and now go to that estate across the barrack on the highway there. You're buying property. We know it will take everything from y'all. We're not hiring ourselves. We the people. We ain't waiting for a president. We're we saying in executive mansion. We will organize the people reclaim Liberian assets. We'll go to you. Anybody you working United Party government, eh? Anything you're doing in this 6 year term that's stealing. Anybody who be or working in the government are stealing. As far as we know, you're stealing from the country. So you can be watching you can cry blood. As far as we look at the record of that property, we come and say, oh, let's look at the money, where the money we get time. As far as anything that happening on our Bwaka now that's stealing, that proceeds from stealing, we will take it. We get and you say you're rude, you can disrespect law, if I gonna talking any that you know. Anyway, we will take everything. If I'm gonna be passing around, oh, you see, they want you, but we'll take it. You will make sure you can't lepo. You will can't lepo in this town. We're not afraid. We scared. We're telling you, you won't bring arrogance. You think the country for you more than who, right? We'll get your pee in a cup. You will drink it. And your who, oh yeah, you're sick here. You're no man is incorrect. Then you're misbehaving. Saying you're ready to divide the country. You don't want to run a republic where everybody is somebody. You bring it on. But anyway, at the end of the day, we'll be saying like we're sorry for you because you don't get more. They can beg. You know, party minute. Shameless. You see, oh yeah, come here, you know, yeah, my man, you know that the election, and yeah, but right now the country have oh yeah, my man, not easy. Then get shame in baking. You know, party people. Then get one principle. They can bake in the community. Anybody see like baking in the community to know that you know party person. Very big, yeah, you know, yeah. Even the women, they can bake, you know. Those beggars. So let me pay. Um. Oh.
Yellow valued subscriber.
Look at it.
Somebody want to miss money that morning.
You bro. I don't even know.
Somebody want to miss money that morning. You have to accept that man. You have to accept the coordinator disperse their money to you right here. That man I'm playing the now.
My man pick up the call.
A personal pick to know that myself.
Pick up the call. That man coming your way.
And these are the people that can be calling and say they not play. They can't win. We've called you before. You're not picking. You not expect auto. Yeah.
Okay, the last time, folks, your will got some juicy information for you. Very juicy. Let's just finish. Very juicy information for you. In the next 20-something minutes, we'll pile all and then you open the phone lines, hear from you before we go to the other nonsense from Fagon. Yeah, Eugene Fagon, the clueless bigot. Okay, so the person has forfeit. You know the chance. So let's move to another person. I beg you, folks, please beg the other people, the country how somebody. Somebody take something.
The relative of the boy who was beating in Bapolu that we just spoke about. I think we want to speak to the audience.
Like I can say, man, wouldn't across the river, right? So let me
try to establish conversation,
right? Because when we tell you, say we have our facts with us, when we tell you anything, we come, we say, oh, they want you happening. Trust us, man. We are people with integrity. We're not loose talkers. Unity Party people can talk loosely, lie. see the other man lie and put in here. Oh, is it, oh, my people? Yeah, behind me. So,
Hello?
hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning. Hi, morning, G.
I'm fine. This is Freedom FM. You're live on the
Yeah.
radio.
Okay, G.
What is your name?
Mohammed Kamara.
Oh, Mohammed Kamara. Funny Kamara.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jumani.
where are we talking to you from?
I to community.
To community.
Yeah,
You play the cash giveaway this morning?
Yeah.
How many times you play?
I played 7 times.
7 times this morning. Okay. The other listen now, we do the other draw yet, right? So you can keep. So we are sending you $1,000 as a frequent player. Okay.
No problem.
So we increasing your capacity to win the money, right?
No problem, G. No problem.
Okay. So it's coming right now. It's already in your phone.
So
Okay.
like we said, we got with us on the live.
They beat the woman son.
Somebody who was on the scene of the incident of what happened yesterday. Good morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so you live on the radio this morning, and I don't know whether you're willing to call your name, maybe for
security reason. You won't call your name. It's okay.
Okay, so if you don't want to call your name, it's okay. But where are you currently? You in Bama? You to where the situation happened involving the child?
In Bama.
So you know what happened involving the child. You can please tell the audience listening to you this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened? What happened that the people beat the late child you told me about?
It was funny that we went to go home.
Okay.
For both of us.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I had other men keep on the whole thing bush and that's it. I asked him, what you can do? I said, oh, I can go to the one of the bush. My woman, I want to go to the auto. I had a man left, he went up. When he went up, people started talking to him, Sonny and the king. They not met him with him.
Okay.
I had men walk in the bush, and when he took the liquor from the bush, while carrying it, I am holding, he said, oh, where you going on the liquor? Why you took the liquor? He said, no, about liquor. I had to go in, they started beating on him, they naked him.
Okay.
They started going to the beat on him from there, they carry him up. When they carry him up, the Harry manager on the farm said, they're trying. They put a check on the ground and the water.
Okay.
Out, one or out, the other left his team.
So which farm it happened on?
On the president farm.
On the president farm, right?
Yes.
It happened on Sunday.
Yes. On the night.
And it happened to a man, right? A late child, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That boy.
Oh, okay.
Boy.
Yeah.
He's above 18 years old?
Yeah, 22.
Okay.
22.
So
okay. So
at least that bizarre person it happened to.
Okay.
So what's the condition of the person the boy who was beaten by the guys on the farm?
The condition in Philippines, they put him in jail.
Also, so even after they beat him, they did not send him out to go seek treatment, but they put him in jail.
Yes.
So why are
the man talk, the man saying, oh no, on because he's criminal.
But the thing they're accusing him for, they caught it in your hand?
No.
So what was established? How they concluded that he criminal, that they started beating him? Because
they say he went to go home in the swamp. And in the swamp and hunting, then they make him pass by him. When he went on, he said, oh, the book of it was still there. Then they made a pass by him, they make him pass. He pass by him, he walked, he said, probably, he said, no, I check him for something. And he walked, enter in the bush. Near the swamp now, the swamp, they say, was far from the bush area. He was in the bush when he took the liquor.
So the person who accused somebody of stealing, that the person went straight and brought the liquor from the bush.
Yeah, the person was when you want the bush.
Okay.
Yeah, when you want to find you told him about the stealing, and he was straight in the bush, he took the liquor from there.
Okay.
And he won the ball.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see how we can try to get the video from the guy's condition currently. So we can't tell whether we'll come there, but we'll get the video. Trust us, okay?
Ah,
Okay. All right. So yes, it was good that we spoke to somebody again from there,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
you
So
listen
at
to
least
the
what is
people. The people,
established is
yeah.
that
So
the
whenever,
claim that somebody was beaten
mm-hmm,
mercilessly has been established. They were alleging, right?
mm-hmm,
No matter what the case, we are campaigning against mob action.
mm-hmm,
If somebody is accused, you report them to the police, right?
most definitely.
So people on the farm of the president should be fully cognizant of that, right? You can't have people on the president's farm or on the property of the president implementing jungle justice. That's the cost of the conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the president, people in the president's surrounding are implementing jungle justice, what does that say? If they cannot arrest the man and send the man to the police station, but one farm manager gives an instruction for a Liberian citizen to be beaten, as if to say this is Sakira Numale, Lofa Defenful, Rebel Town. I mean, this is terrible, right? This is terrible. But anyway, so day before yesterday, we told you that the class reloaded is the government's established platform for loose talking,
Mm-hmm.
right? Loose talking and criminal lie telling. I think the day before yesterday, the 22 million Minister of Public Works, the man who siphoned Liberian people $22 million in a fake road rehabilitation or road construction project, as was announced by the president in a 100-day deliverable. That man sat on the radio and lied boldly that in an attempt to redeem the government from the public backlash that the government has been going through, this man sat on that disinformation platform and lied to the Liberian people in an effort to redeem this disgraced and, of course, corrupt and irresponsible government of criminals, thieves, and idiots. Told the world that the past government, remember first, Hagan,
Mm-hmm.
quite recently, they were carrying out public relation narrative that Buakai was building the southeastern road, right? Giving all of the credit. And the finance minister, the prayer band minister, ever in the history of Liberia, we implore the man to come do economics, but the man tend to praise and worship man. The man say we must go pray to face the economy. That you don't need a bring can make it. That prayer can face Liberian economy. However, that man said, quoting Senator Yaya Nimlin, that oh, this time the road, as if to say his government has done anything or was doing anything. But that's the narrative they're trying to paint to all of you. And some of you are even falling for it. And when we told you 2023, allow Weah to end his project, to complete the things he has started. You refuse. I mean, the lights were so much for you, you could not see the light. So as the lights are coming to fruition, then these criminals who lie that they have all of the international contacts have managed to bring nothing to bear. Now they are claiming, deceiving you and trying to claim and lay claim, and that's how Eugene Nangwe called them visionless rogues, vision and project rogues. You see, Senator, I told you, anytime they're talking about project and thing in the community that you says that no started and you saw you might call them project rogue, and you see they can be scared now because you're calling them project rogue, and you should call them project rogue. Even in the community, when you see one go send out the Lagos shall be talking loose, say project rogue. Don't even waste your time. It can hear them. When you call Joseph Baga project rogue, he can get there. So that a page there, when you go invest something there, you go put it on a page, say project rogue, vision rogue, until you can bring your own vision. Now, they said they were doing it. So that minister now trying to redeem the public latches that they're receiving recently. He said, okay, let me go last year, the postal, and he said 29 million was stolen from the World Bank money for the Southeastern Road corridor. I said, oh, then people, so people say, oh, you see, Southeastern people will get there. Say, oh, the poor facing our road. It was a lie. But why that lie did two things. it validated and confirmed that any project and any work you see going on in the Southeast, the CDC secure, right? The CDC awarded, right? And also ensure that they were able to mobilize resources for these roles. And that's how you're seeing them going on. So that was an admittance that any work you're seeing in the Southeast on roll in the Southeast, what kind of people have done nothing? They are just mere supervisors. They just like gate man, watchman, saying on to the gate, washing. So when they did that, CDC people say no. They put not lie too much. In fact, the technicians say no. They put not lie too much. Right? So let's come out. So yesterday, let me read the statement, the response from from the CDC people on the rule and the money business, what the men lie about. Right? Let me read it, folks. Our job is to continually expose and make you to know that this government is a criminal and lying government. That what we don't respect them. So you don't get, some of y'all can be getting there. You don't get there until the people decide to be responsible. Right? This is what my dear good friend, former assistant minister, Jefferson wrote. And he has been making some media rounds.
Yeah, as we speak, he's coming on the
A response to Minister Giddings' false claims on the Ganta to Zwedru road. Ganta, so now you're coming to know that we were bidding all the things that the people were lying. And you see it? Minister Roland Lafayette Giddings, reckless allegation falsely citing a misuse of US 29 million as the reason for delays in the Ganta Zwedru road projects are nothing but malicious political lies. These baseless claims are a desperate attempt to distract from the undeniable truth that the CDC administration under President George Weah secure all financing for these critical corridors through the World Bank and proactively address challenges to keep Liberia's infrastructure agenda on track. This man is somebody that was saying that in the room, right? This man is aware of every, documentation, contracting, procurement that has to do with the Ministry of Public Work and road business doing the way time. The man say, they all liar. I'm not saying that here. I go in talk. Now he comes up. The facts versus UP's political fiction. No funds were misused, he said. The World Bank safeguards prove it. Minister Giddings' claim of missing 29 million is a fabrication. World Bank disbursements follow strict fiduciary controls under Liberia's PFM law and international safeguards. If funds had truly been misused, the World Bank, not a partisan minister who have exposed it. The delay in the capital Zwedru segment was due to necessary environmental compliance, including biodiversity assessment mandated by the World Bank. Let me break that one down for you. So the UP say, if Jawia get all the money to do the road, so why he not doing it? So, but when people, the way they road been looking, and you know, Liberia get plenty water been plenty rain been and they both people get something they call biodiversity. When you're doing something, the same way you can preserve the human being life, you want to preserve other living things, right, in the environment. What are the wildlife? What are the plants? What are species? Different things. So the white people, the both people can go do some assessment to know that the player coming do the heavy construction work. It will not interfere with biodiversity, with the life of other environment species.
Even the trees and other things.
Right? The trees, the mangrove, the swamp and things. So they carry people to go do assessment and ensure compliance. These things are required by law. So the World Bank say, we won't do that one first before we start the work. So Giddings, right, and the lying government now wanting to tell you the truth, say, oh, the reason the road delayed because CDC told 29 million. Since they believe they lied to you about 16 billion and you consume it, you live with it, so they want to another money being in there. But this time, Liberian police say our about open. We already know you to be liar and criminal. Not a single dollar was diverted. The World Bank has not alerted about anything of such. It is a clandestine lie. And this is disgusting for a sitting minister of public work. This is embarrassingly disgraceful to sit on public medium and lie, right? And lie and knock her butt and wake up from in a chair and go. And this is so very, very disgraceful. CDC strategic leadership secure financing despite COVID-19 challenges. Before COVID-19, the government and development partners were struggling, were structuring a road fund as a financing modality for Liberia's roads. However, the pandemic disrupted private investment or private investors' recruitment, forcing reassessment. The WIA administration acted decisively, securing a World Bank exception to begin construction on the first 39-kilometer Ganta to Saclay PA under government funding. Groundbreaking occurred in December 2020, post-COVID, when road funds feasibility became uncertain. President WIA personally intervened, urging the World Bank to reprogram RETRAP funds to prioritize the southeastern corridor, a move that ensured continued progress.
And this is a retrap report.
Yeah, you have the whole. You share on the screen for the people, right? The whole retraps on it happen. These are the things that happen. So basically, what we're asking our friends, these things are on the records. The documents are there. We know them. So come roll out your agenda, roll out your programs. Give it to us. Let's do free PR for you. The government has not presented anything to us, right? Aside from laying claims to what they inherited. This is terribly, disgraceful. This is the United Party's fear. They can rewrite CDC's achievements. The UP's false narrative is a transparent ploy to manufacture a crisis where none exists. Their goal is to later claim they rescued a project that was already fully funded and advancing under CDC leadership. If 29 million had truly been stolen, why hasn't the World Bank, which controls the funds, raised an alarm? Why hasn't Gideons demanded an audit? Because this is a cheap political stunt, not a genuine concern. Instead of spreading lies, Minister Giddings and the Unity Party should what? Retract their false statement immediately. And it's so long, so I'm going to stop it right there because you already know that this is an exposure of lies. So we have already shared on the screen, right? The entire breakdown of the retrap and project or intervention into rural corridors in the southeast that the CDC has arranged for under the government-private public partnership in addressing Liberia rural infrastructural deficits. These things are on the records. And you can't erase them. Propaganda can. You use propaganda to come to power, but you will not use it to sustain. The president has made in 2024 about 14 fruitless travels out of the country. Tell us, bring us the dividends, the MOUs you signed. Why aren't you telling us about the MOU and the dividends from the MOU, but rather you are stealing projects around here? But this is it. These are criminals. So now, to close up on this, Hagar, we are challenging the United Party government because we, the Liberian people, we the people, demand an answer to the 29 million. Is the government laying this claim? So the government must tell us where is this 29 million. However, we are challenging Giddings, right? The 22 million Giddings. We're challenging 22 million Ito Giddings to provide the World Bank disbursements record. Right? Let Giddings provide the World Bank disbursement record with regard to this project. And then the public will know exactly who's telling the truth. But me, I know they're lying. They're criminals. These people I have no respect for them.
I'm seeing here on page 11. I'm seeing disbursement for 20 December 20 as of December 25th, 2024.
Yeah.
So these are the disbursement done within
for that
period.
Okay. So let's
then
read some of the figures so the people will know. We got a whole document. So we'll share with some of you, our friends, so that anytime they want lay claim to road, you see why we can be telling you. As soon as they put them on small, we'll tell them, say, shut up. Vision road rogues. So they are road rogues. They're stealing their friend road.
But quite frankly,
so you're amazed by the records, right?
Most definitely, because even if you're talking about the time money was spent, the real money started coming. I mean, how they call it? You can't find anything around here like somebody money from nothing. So even out of what all we see, I've skipped from up down here. I will look at the chart here.
Is it available for you to see?
2022, 2023, up to 2030.
2030.
Fiscal year 2030. So what are our guys trying to
maybe they intending to steal 29 million from subsequent disbursement that will come. Wait, they're cooning. Apparently, they won't steal some of the poor money because they now go credit from Asilometer complaining small and say they credit between too much. They went to SPX, they have credited, and everybody now B Mountain, they credited, the president started flying with B Mountain jet. B Mountain was killing citizens. You, Hussein Kew, come here. Come call your citizens were being killed in Kinjal by B Mountain, right? And your president was borrowing B Mountain jet to go to Lofa. Look at the conflict of interest. Your president was borrowing B Mountain jet, B Mountain private jet to go to Lofa while citizens were being killed in Kinjal. So are you wondering why the president has not taken interest in investigating the death of those 3 innocent Liberian kids in Kinjal, and he opted to pay the family 5,000 and the family rejected and said that's not the price for our children's life? Because you are baking the people for private. They men love extravagant. They men love life. They old men here. They men won't be living. Look at the private jet that came for the man yesterday.
And Abu, is disappointing. You know, when a government, people can normally say it's clear. It has become glaring that you can lie your way to power, but you can't lie to maintain power. We accept the fact that you use some of these propaganda and lies and things to ascend to where you are today. You lied that 25 million for mop up was mismanaged. You lied that 16 billion got stolen. All of these things, you lie about them. Liberians believe it. You pay people from here, Liberia, to go to America to sit there and lie on the government. And people accepted that. They believe it. But the real thing now is you are in governance. What you are supposed to be focusing on is how you can solve the bread and butter issue for which the people accepted and believed what you told them, and they voted you. So I listened to the Public Works Minister, Deputy Public Works Minister for Administration, Joseph P. Todd, and of course, Assistant Minister Jefferson. I listened to them yesterday on our sister radio program, on OKFM. And out of what, Abu, even the issue of electricity that we are today celebrating, Abu, let's listen to this. So Liberians can know for themselves.
As soon as you finish, let me get more money.
Let's listen to this. Yeah, we got to get money.
The liars. That what they not let us
was secured under the CDC-led government.
What? How much? That go?
99.9% of the funding
for electricity
under the CDC-led government. So every project that's ongoing, no propaganda can change that. Nobody can rewrite the history on that. In road construction and electricity.
So they're holding right there. So this is on the record. The past government is challenging. They have the records. They have their notes.
We challenge the current government to bring up their own share of the record, so we compare and contrast and know who is lying.
And tell us what a new money you get in electricity financing. What a new money you now bring in electricity financing. The CDC is telling you we were able to secure XYZ% of funds to finance electricity for the next 10 years. Electricity expansion for the next 10 years. We went to road. We had to design this scheme to attract right XYZ funds towards these road corridors, blah blah blah, and name them. This was at 20%. This was at 80%. This other one was at 50%. And these are the roads, and no argument. So you bring up your records. They will not. The next thing they will jump again. They will say, "Oh, this time they will not say snow. They will say another person from threatening say they won't burn the country." What kind of people here? They changing the goalposts?
They Ganta to Sekipé, from Sekipé to let's say Toastown, from Toastown to Zweju Road that the guys are celebrating today.
Mhm.
I was shocked to know that the previous government did everything, the funding, everything was secure for that entire corridor. The only thing that was needed to be done, I think, from Toastown to Zweju was for the president, the former president, to go and break grounds for the
exactly.
road construction.
And this is what in some of CDC official corners. See, the reason why basically this is happening, maybe after the election result, right, the second round, President we have sacrificed, fund a jet, go and break ground for all the project and have it on the record. Then by now, the people will not be, even the former Minister of Public Works, she came in our office here and told us, maybe, okay, let's assume maybe if the president had not had a chance, but you have designated people, go and commission the groundbreaking with all of the records. You will not have it, but no groundbreaking. Once the document that we put
the documents are there, Abu.
So let's pay money here.
The overhead bridge, Abu. Also,
no, let Lina with their
break. No, it is not their initiative.
I know it's not there, and they know. Labrador people know. They will, and they said used to campaign against the overhead bridge, right? They said need to campaign against the overhead bridge, but star 799, star 11 hash is the code to make what $20,000 this morning. So people are still jogging their way to the 20,000. So let me give 5,000 to somebody quickly. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
This is Freedom FM. You're live on the radio. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, I'm here with Hagar Gonda.
Okay, good morning. This is Lazaro T.
Lazar from where?
Currently, I'm on the campus where I live, Keba.
Which campus? University of Liberia?
No, NVTC.
MVDC. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lazarus, did you play our cash giveaway?
I did. I played 4 times this morning.
4 times this morning.
Yeah.
So how much you expect to win when you play 4 times?
I expect to win 20,000. Chief.
Oh, okay. So, but the system will determine that 4,000. So you spend 800, right?
Yeah. But I play in USD.
Okay, Lazarus. So we just did the draw. You're qualified for $5,000. So you still have a chance to push up, right? But how you sounding like you one of the men that are dancing in the pool water?
No, I can't be the water, Chief.
Oh,
different person talking to me.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, it's okay, Lazarus. The whole pool water thing, everybody running away from it.
Nobody won't.
But we're sending the money. When you receive it, you must call to confirm, okay?
No problem.
Yeah. Okay, so it's disbursed already. Congratulations to Lazarus, and so you too can be the same. But look, we're monitoring and to see. So once we reach the threshold, trust us, we definitely going to do the draw. People are gradually jogging their way to the $20,000. It's the Jacob's ladder, right? Yeah. So let's see what happens between now to 9:15, and then we can do the draw. Our guy is here, and we are together doing this. But why everybody, all the people who are probably dancing in Bubu water, everybody.
And this time, what we'll have to be doing that is for us to start looking for their pictures. We'll call you. We bring about this Bubu water business, and you won't deny it. We display a picture in your clothes and dancing in Pupu water. Because they think now nobody want to associate with the association of Pupu water and all of that. So it's bad. It's bad. We have to. Yeah, we have to do it. And they say that where you from, you must be proud of where you from, right? So be proud.
So no matter where you go, remember
the road I leave.
The road I leave.
Yeah. So
the road I leave, like the Pupu water, let you. So you like, remember the Pupu water. But anyway, folks, these conversations about the integrity of people in public offices are very, very important. And now, as media people, we are challenging the World Bank office because this is damning to the credibility of the World Bank. When the government and the Minister of Public Work accuses the World Bank office, right, of because but they get saying that silent mean consent. The fact that the World Bank has been silent all along, that 29 million was diverted. That means the World Bank consented to the diversion of the 29 million. And we believe that the World Bank must say something to this.
So if that thing is criminal, and the World Bank, so in this entire case now, Abu, the minister is accusing the World Bank of being involved into alleged criminal practice.
Correct.
Because
the CDC people finish clear this.
Yes.
CDC officials.
So if you use money that is not intended for you or for a particular purpose, then you are either stealing or misusing that money. So the government have said you joined the CDC and misuse or you stole 29 million of your own money. So it is now upon you to either sit supinely and allow your character and reputation to be dragged in the mud by these folks, or you come up to speak the fight to these issues. No matter what it is, you have to speak because your integrity, your character. I know Dr. Cumming Tara was there during the time of. So all of these things, it boils down to your character. You have to be careful. You have to know how you address this. So it is important for them to speak now. And don't sit there and be acting like, oh, we now want that thought, hey, do that. No, your character is involved. By somebody telling you use 29 million, you did not stop there. But instead, after the man collected the 29 million, you say you still supported him with other monies to do other projects. Is that possible? Is workable under World Bank's policy?
So basically, these are the questions we're asking. And so I believe we can take a few calls on this, but just before we do that, let's take a word with Crime Stopper.
Yes, probably
as you're enjoying these conversations, always remember that the power behind these discussions here on the Freedom Money Rise is none but the Crime Stopper.
So Abu, the funny thing now is, Omen Samson is spending his money making more efforts to ensure that we start fighting crimes from community level, including mob justice, right? But the president who is the president of the republic, people that are working with him are involved into mob justice. We just talked about the situation there in Bapulu County. So
this is the president for Unity Partisan. This is basically for the republic.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the real authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping.
Oh, yes, indeed. Time is fast spent. And of course, we got to wrap up and do or just all we have to do here this morning. And hey, guys, somebody sharing this with me. Say, hey, come. It's so interesting this morning monitoring your show on a taxi where a passenger asking the driver to turn down the radio. And the driver said to him to get down. The driver said to him, no, get down. That's my car. I do what I won't do. They can get vet. So why the thing can be heading
The guys are politically intolerant.
So let's do a shout out to all the taxi cab, the
drivers,
keke drivers that always
and all
look,
of
man.
those who, even the motorcyclists.
Because you are suffering the pinch. Guess what? They have increased your registration, your license, the money you pay for your fees. That you suffering, that passenger that's saying in the car that will finish at the end of the day begging when you tell them say 150 and they beg you, oh, I get $100. That man come and tell you, he can be there when they be charging you, they'll be overcharging you. You go to the gasoline, go to the when you go down Claratown to buy your spare parts, they can be there. So when they want mess, you put them down, y'all pull the volume up. Clear. We the people, listen. This is a conversation about the suffering of our people and challenging the government to do the right thing, right? Nobody dignifies criminals. We know the people then we can dignify and respect. No, that syndrome, that attitude of why people be stealing government, be using fun water, oh, you know, that embezzlement, there's no, they're not all. We are the Gen Z media practitioner. And so you got honestly, you gotta make the necessary adjustment. We say
let's talk to somebody from starting. Let's talk to our callers, beginning with this.
Yeah, while we on the call, we come and give some money out as well.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Abu and Gonda. How you guys doing?
We are relatively okay. Thank God for grace. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys this morning. Every day we listen to you guys. People continue to educate the Liberian people by exposing you Joseph Boakai criminals. He and criminal gangs lies every day. You know, I just want to make mention of what you guys were talking about the roads. There's no project that Joseph Boakai government has initiated. All of the roads that you see going on in Liberia, we saw Joga breaking ground everywhere.
No, besides Chicken Soup Factory Road.
They were saying that Joga was breaking ground and he was causing earthquake.
Yeah, I agree. No, I just want to say the only road Boakai start, but in Shin to talk about that Chicken Soup Factory Road. Me, I will love it.
Exactly. When you go to my own country, Nima country, the road from Ganta to Seklepie, from Seklepie to go to Tapeta, it was done in phases. I got an analyst newspaper on my phone right here in the States that say President we are secure 440 MULL 440 for Ganda Harbour Highway as African Development Bank approved. African Development.
You want to please share a copy of that paper with us quick through this WhatsApp?
Thank you. Let's take.
I will do that. I will go to my phone.
Thank you very much. Thank you to your post maker. And let me appreciate the both of you. And also let me extend my appreciation since I put our former deputy minister and his assistant minister yesterday. So I'm making clear on radio because
all right. Thank you. I really appreciate that, boy. Thank you. Let's go to Eugene Jibbo. Go ahead. You use your time to appreciate the people. So let's hear Eugene. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. And let me say good morning to Hega.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would thank for the presentation this morning. But one thing I want to comment on what you said, the issue about the road between Tapeta to Toaster and the president didn't break ground for it. Abu, if you are determined to steal some of the vision, no matter what the president do, whether they break ground or not, you see the vision. Because just imagine.
Wait, let me out. So I agree with you, Eugene. They say road are road. Ain't no the poor guys. Someone now wire now they can put to the window.
Exactly.
The criminal and stay cutting that one again. So that so you break ground, the man won't steal it. You put wire to the window. The man won't.
The issue that Abu, wherever the EAW junction, the runabout,
Yeah, they wanted to steal it, but at the market, people tend to say that Jogoya project, they run away from that. Thank you, Eugene. Tifri, let's hear you.
This is Kevin Masale.
Kevin, go ahead.
Kevin as an engineer, with no major highway construction can even start or begin, or end in 1 year, 4 months, 1 year, 5 months.
Okay.
That taking into consideration how long the feasibility study will start, or how long it will end.
Mm-hmm.
That period take over 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
When will you even get the funding for the road? Well, design and maintenance, how you call it, and plan will even go ahead before you even end it. As an engineer, when will you even start designing the road? The designing of major highways take more than a year.
Okay, so Kevin is providing an expert.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's come from the engineering field, and he's saying technically it is not possible.
It is not possible. In 1 year, 6 months for it to happen.
It is not possible. Where in the world?
So, okay, man, that's the kind of people that we won't be hearing from. And then who's in care they're pushing them. Why you coming to that? You're regular call up brigade team. Go ahead, my man. Call up. Go ahead. We already know the thing you want to say.
They got difference between engineers.
My man, we know the thing you want to say. Go ahead. You engineer too?
I don't know. You should the engineers now.
So you engineer? Wait, you engineer?
I said it has engineers and they got engineers.
But you know about the people thing, you can't. And how they get caller and then they get caller brigade. So you call up brigade, go ahead.
Yeah,
I was somewhere one time around the Chigotan a few days. One of the according were calling complaining how they dish out so much money in the child in the conversation in the child. No, but man, I will confirm this. Money better than money you feed in your caller brigade chat room. Hey, my man, I escape the who still work in the town. I escape the issue. Money better, no money nurse and money you feed there, but 300.
I mean, I'm in the private sector. No government. I use my own resources to recharge.
So, my man, lead that team. The whole country know you call up brigade man. Everybody know. Even the small country know you call up brigade man.
In the text, they want to listen to somebody, right? So
yeah, but you can disrupt the people now. You can't be talking different. You're not engineer.
Yeah,
you're talking about
moving forward. Moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to the two former assistant minister on yesterday on Tuesday's show, providing some clarity according to them. So I'm not going to dive into who started and who project. For this content to
no, they're not who started. Moment, they're not who started who project, right? The debate is about your minister lying, say somebody told 29 million from World Bank.
He can respond and defend his character.
Then what you call for now?
The statement he made, right? I call as a Liberian to give my side of what I know. So since this government took over, you have not heard about Joseph Baka project because he's not flagged, he's not blurring.
But you guess so?
He just believes that the Liberian people's job should be done.
Okay, so the Beashi, the hospital Beashi, wait, listen to me. The hospital Beashi, why you put a woman picture on? That who did that one?
Hospital Beashi, that project.
Yeah. Oh, so why you put it? But you can go out and a burger put a woman picture on the hospital Beashi. You can remember?
No.
Right? The student Kabebo. No. The student Kabebo what burger put a picture on. The student Kabebo what the student book pack, right? Backpack what the president put a picture on. That who did that one?
When you guys come
hey my man, listen. This is
we don't have descending views. He allow us to flow.
What kind of descending view you get? What kind of descending view you get? They gave you money to call, then you say descending view. That's not descending view you get. Man, go call on Punch FM. What kind of mess?
So I'm sharing currently on screen. I'm sharing.
We are secured full funding for Ghana.
I'm sharing a copy of the analyst newspaper that was written, or this one was out on Wednesday, December 27, 2023, Monrovia, Liberia. Just hold on small. The headline story here is we are secures full funding for Ganta to Harper Highway as AFDB, that is the African Development Bank, approves funding. So this is it.
So it's clear. Let's hear you, Idrissa.
Yeah, Abu, there's just a sad time to see the co-chair for the color brigade coming to be defending in his own arrogant, unfair. Just stop this thing. You're trying to put country for me. Let's go the wrong way.
Then who think we try to pull ourselves together and find also to do. Then the propaganda,
but hustle into
then they stop it.
But not the same hustle, man.
So we are,
No, but you can't define the man. You can't define the man hustle for him. If the government donkey or say the man won't operate.
I'll provide it. No, capital shot.
Oh,
Hey, make us do that.
thank you very much.
Okay, let's talk to Madison. Maybe Madison want to conclude on this. Morning. Yeah, you want to conclude on this?
Yes. Good morning.
Go ahead.
Okay. I send you guys a newspaper. I know you guys got it.
Yeah, I'm currently sharing on the live Facebook feed.
Okay. The public welfare minister, the former public welfare minister in the CDC-led government, after that funding was secured, the woman went and broke ground in Tapeta, Nima County, for the face of the road from Secretary to Tapeta. She went and broke ground in Toastan, Grand Gile County, for the face of the road from Tapeta to Grand Gile. So the road was being awarded to contractor in phases after the funding was secured. And that the road they are running with on Facebook right now, claiming that they are the one building the road. Joseph Boga get no evidence.
Okay.
The Liberian pool has no evidence from Joseph Boga government signing funding for the Harbour Highway. That's the evidence we got that Joe Boga signed this road, and the public works minister went on breaking ground in places in Nima County and in Grand Gile County as well.
Okay, thank you.
They are passing around line.
Thank you.
And to the other point, Joseph Boga said Joe Boga was building sidewalks. He said Joe Boga was building sidewalk on the road. The same standard of road in Liberia that Joe Boga was building, and the same project he was carrying, the same project he's carrying out. He is not building United States or European standard of road in Liberia.
Okay.
To make it different, that we say that Joe Boga built a road here like this.
Thank you. Star 799 star 11 hash. So let me call this. Good morning. No, not you.
Edmond, we have to.
Edmond, just wait small,
we'll
please.
you, Edmond. Just hold on small, please.
Say business before pleasure. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, this is Freedom FM. You're live on the radio. Did you play our cash giveaway this morning?
Just hold on small. Yeah, I play one time.
You play one time this morning?
Yeah.
But you are a regular player, right?
Yes, a regular player.
Okay, so we've sent you $1,000 as part of our frequent player draw, and so you have an opportunity to play more for the 20,000. We'll stay here up to 10 o'clock. Okay.
All right, sir.
What is your name again?
I'm Counting Namwe. Morris Counting Namwe, yeah.
Morris Counting Namwe. Congratulations, Morris.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, that was Morris. So star 799 here, we got to pay
star 799 star 11 hash. We can talk to Edmond Carr quickly while we look for another person to win money here. Morning.
Yeah, morning. You know, President, we are the best when you are in the presidency. All our project, we were on top of our game. So I hear somebody saying, "Boy, I not talking about project." The man doesn't say I am project. I can hear both of project. I was enjoying that car from the engineering background. And that's a fact. Okay, let's look at the layman on us and the RAP payment. Did he do any RAP payment yet?
I can call Philip to continue. I will call him.
Where you need millions of dollars to do RAP payment, many people that are in the way of the project, you have to pay them to
feasibility study. Then you lying to Lambo saying 1 year, you know, bill.
Yeah, the road from Sacramento to Tapetam, that contractor was in charge of China Railroad number 7. That is their job. That road was already going on. It slowed down because of the rain. Between Tapeta to Toastan, groundbreaking took place by the public works minister because the president we have engaged at that time. He could not go.
All right, Edmund.
So when did he go to source the funding? At what time? When did he sign the agreement? You know the bureaucracy surrounding signing agreement or even taking war bank money and putting it to the other side. Then they are still giving out money to implement project here where you got to submit the previous report before you get funding. How the guy can play for other related party people that are so? Because not us.
All right.
We are talking about our game. We know.
Thank you, Edmund.
To you guys.
Thank you, Edmund. So let's give our
money to somebody quickly. Then we come here. I want to read just a gist of the analyst publication that was done on December 27, 2023. Right after we
I come in. Let me take this and then we. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. You're live on. You live on the radio.
Yeah.
So you won't dress away from the radio small.
Yeah, listen to you.
But move on in the north now. Yeah.
Yeah, I
What your name?
My name is Jack.
You stay in the north though. That radio you calling from and we're talking to you from?
Now, just in the street. I said it on the street.
Yeah, but go in somebody's shop now. So let's talk to you quick. Hurry up because I can't do you sing.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what is your name?
My name is Tita, but I'm a son on the same.
Call your name for him, man.
Yeah, my name is Tita.
Peter Taylor?
Yeah.
Peter Taylor. Tita. Okay, Tita Taylor.
Yeah.
You play the cash giveaway?
Yeah, the money.
How many times?
4 times.
4 times this morning?
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations. You won $5,000.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
We're sending it now on this number. You receive it in my call, okay?
Okay. All right.
All right. So that was Tita. So yeah, read that.
Yeah,
back,
so,
and then let me call the engineer, the Philip. So he will continue because you're providing some very important.
So for those of you following us live on our Facebook feed, this was a publication done by the Analyst newspaper, and this publication was done on Wednesday, December 27, 2023. Monrovia, Liberia. You can follow us up on the. You can follow this conversation on the Analyst website, all of that. But this is it, right? The headline story here is WIA secures full as in FULL funding for Ganta to Harper Highway as African Development Bank approves funding. And this is the story. The board of directors of the African Development Bank, or the AFDB, on December 14, 2023, approved the John Davis Town in River G County to Zwedru Grand Julia County Road Construction Project, which is 48.5 kilometers for US 60.92 million for the Liberia side of the multinational approval. This road is part of the ongoing construction of the Ganta to Harper Road corridors. Okay. The approval is part of a multinational road project benefiting Liberia and Sierra Leone under phase 4 of the Mana River Union Road Construction Facility. And that is just it. We can just stop there. We just wanted to get you.
I don't know what about the story said full funding.
Full, it means complete.
So let's get in and tell us. So anytime they tell you, say, oh, the president paying the road in the south.
They want that newspaper that they did. I just said this was done on December 27,
okay. So let me call my man Philip, who was providing the very technical engineering perspectives on the narrative to continue. Yeah. Philip, go ahead.
I'm Kevin Matale.
Sorry, Kelvin.
Yeah, so like I was saying, for people from the United Party, they even think that it is possible for someone to do a major highway in a form. I mean, you either join with partisan labor or some people just born to be sycophants.
Okay.
Because you look at road projects, feasibility study alone take more than 1 year.
Okay.
The design process of road alone take more than 6 months.
That's depending the size of the road, right? The length of the road.
Yeah, major. Even taking into consideration cycling phase to how you call it, Tapeta. Which is
because when you not clarify, they will say that the recent Chikuzu Faji road delay.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, but I mean, these conversations is clear though. I don't know, but for some political reasons, but he got this thing with Eugene Fagon that we talked about, right? And folks, so star 799 star 11 hash is the code. So it's good that Liberians themselves are calling and admitting that. They know that the government is lying. These things are not possible,
but the evidence are clear
in no time. So let's move ahead. So, but basically,
I think they say your country is supposed to be concluding their campaign
for that whole. Yeah, somebody is showing sending some of the pictures, so we're getting a lot of pictures.
You want us to just talk to David King just for David, morning.
Yeah, morning.
You are privileged.
You know, it got lies that they got continue to tell the Liberian people. I think now Liberians should get used to the lies of Joseph Boakai and his people. Because like the engineer just said, to do 50 days, stay alone on the road, they will take you very close to 6 or 7 months to do 50 days.
More than a year.
More than a year on that road, okay? So for someone to think that Joseph Boakai will just come to power, less than 1 year, 6 months, you already start paving road. I mean, when we went in the southeast, when we were going to the southeast 2023, that road was ongoing. We saw from second pier to grade, there was no difficulty. The road was clear. The machine was on the road working. They are opening on that road. We went to River G. We saw the work. It was ongoing from Carlo King going all the way to Fisher. In fact, Fisher, there was quota pavement already in Fisher onward to people. Okay? So for someone to sit down in a wider imagination, to think that Joseph Boakai, who is lacking development, will just come over there and start doing things. You're right here in your house. It took 2 months.
All right, thank you.
All right, David.
Thank you very much.
All right.
And
the minute I even finish the chicken soup factory road, they won't clean road at that.
And I want us to make a very important transition. And this is going to form the final. No, we'll take her on the last segment.
Will take you up on the last segment.
This is going to form the final lap of the conversation. It's important. Liberia bid for the UN Security Council non-permanent seat is a call that everybody will rally and, to seek to see Liberia have that opportunity. But when we see the government take selfish actions and decisions to undermine Liberia's bid and pretend wastefully, right, to be acting in the interest of securing the bid, when we identify the hypocrisy, our duty is to provide the raw facts. Like Hagar said this morning, we bring you the audio, we bring you the video, the pictures, and just even the people behind the news to tell you that our discussions here are premised on the truth and nothing but the truth, right? Why do we believe that the very government who's pretending to be rallying national support for the campaign is at the same time taking strategic diplomatic action to undermine Liberia's chance of winning the vote? This is strategic diplomacy. Now, all of us in the country, we can make our views, we can do the posting, but it has no material bearing, on the decision that will ultimately see Liberia wins the bid. What are the most critical and most important? Your relationship, right? Your alliances, right? And your bilateral engagement, the quality of bilateral engagements that you get yourself involved with.
Most definitely.
Let's look at the relationship aspect. Far before now, the Liberian government's Senate committee chair on foreign relations made it definitively clear to the world that going forward on international and diplomatic activities or issues, Liberia's decision is squarely going to be premised on Liberia's exclusive interests. In diplomacy, you don't do, personality selfish thing. No, that bargaining, give and take. But if you say everything must be based on you, you are sending a signal to the other actors that beware. So what you're supposed to allow for Liberia because of your interests, don't do it anymore, because once a border on Liberia interest, they will not vote for you. So keep your vote. For us, our decision will be based on our interests. Right? And all of these were direct attack on the US and the US allies. This Eugene Fagon man that was dismissed because of recklessness during the CDC regime when diplomatic partners complained that this man's attitude were uncouth. And such a behavior were having some very injurious impact on subsisting relationships and diplomatic ties. And the government had to excuse him as an excess baggage. Guests hired and employed at one of Liberia's strategic communication point, the state radio. This man says there, the state radio is small for him. He goes back. So when you take a child from, a child will always be a child. You take a child, you carry in the executive mansion, you allow them the opportunity to sit down and start playing on the ground. And because they always feel a child. So no matter what offer you pull for going in, he's a lot more social media and disinformer. So he goes back there. But this I found it very interesting here. Let's take a listen and see some of the accusations and claim he's leveling that we interpret along the line.
Some American people business interests. How long are criminal Ben Osa sitting on the platform talking? There's a difference, though. Look, let me tell you something, Liberians. Especially most of you, I'm trying to be refined. Most of you living in the United States, I don't know whether you have mental problem. I don't know whether you are semi-literate or
the very Liberians in the diaspora that funded, supported Mr. Buakai, right? Mr. Buakai official sits on podcasts and insult them and call them illiterates, right? And call them all sort of names. Liberians, you're watching and share. This is his view, simply because the bottom line is the government wants to do business with China, right? And they believe speaking in this disdain manner to the U.S. earns, an opportunity for Liberians to embrace their move to China and join them in the bandwagon.
illiterate, but you don't cease to amaze me. You don't. Okay? They must ask for evidence.
Listen to this part.
You got a criminal. Your country got the evidence. You put him on trial.
Your country, that America is talking
You
to now.
found him guilty. You sentenced him to 3.5 years in jail. He's still also walking around as a free man, inciting people in Liberia
Messi America
to
law
turn
on my
on
building.
the government
Like one standing with us more.
in favor
Standing
of
up pulling
American
in the
people's
basement.
business interests. How long are criminal Ben Osa sitting on the platform talking? There's a difference, though. And I have stated the difference. Don't come to me with a stupid debate.
Okay. So basically, the man is telling the American not to come to him with stupid debate, right? That because they believe now in the government that America is insincere, is unfair, right? America say they should prosecute McGill and the other people, right? They have the evidence. But then America on the other end have charged in whatever way Stanton Waterspoon, and Stanton Waterspoon is saying now on the air, and they're not prosecuting him, and then that they're outraged. They send Fagon to go and insult the people.
I said, you are calling on us to arrest
America.
and prosecute Albert Shea,
Okay.
Emmanuel Nukwe,
America is asking them to prosecute these people.
Bill Twawe, Nathaniel McGill. You said we should arrest and prosecute them. You will provide the evidence. Okay, we agree. We agree. But the man you arrested provided the evidence.
So how about your own man? What you
Tried
arrest?
and found guilty.
You try and find guilty,
You still get him also
but you still get him also
inciting people in this country
inciting people.
to riot. And you can't put him in jail. But we should arrest our citizens
I'm all
and
protest
put them
taking
in
them
jail
so.
on mere allegations that you made.
He said, what? Oh, let me hold it right there. Folks, listen, this is the campaign matches. What did Fagon say? The government now believes that the sanction and the basis for the U.S. State Department sanction on CDC officials were on mere allegation. Hey, guy, are you listening?
I'm listening.
On mere allegation. You see what pressure can make, what pressure can do to people? So now they are confessing. When we told you that these were mere allegations, that the State Department and the ambassador here, who was very, very undiplomatic, right, succumbed into, they say, no, it was the same United Party folks. That's it. But today, when it became their turn, say, mere allegation. Mere allegation.
Mere allegation.
So these are reasons why the people should be removed from something.
And they are even looking for ways now to connect it to some of their own, including Stanton. What are statement I mean making at Stanton? So who they accuse of wire fraud?
He's actually attacking Stanton.
Yeah, Stanton.
So the two, the attack is on twofold. They're trembling because of the July 17
protest.
I think when we endorse it too, then it will go cause.
Yes.
But we're still reading it, right? So Stanton has endorsed, and other people, patriotic Liberians, have endorsed, owing to what is happening in the country, right? And then
this guy is threatening. And his only quest now is to ensure that he advocates for Stanton to be placed behind bars.
Not the guy, the president.
Yeah, he's speaking on behalf of his government. So their only fight now is to ensure that this Stanton guy is placed behind bar. Then they believe it will reduce the advocacy for this June 7 or the July 17 protest. But you see, this is the real thing. You know, we told you that in no time, Liberians will get to know, or we will unmask the devils in this country. And this is it. So these people were people who clapped, supported, advocated to ensure that Liberians, for no reasons, were placed on sanction. But these very people who advocated for these things used the then U.S. ambassador to make political statements every time and threatening the connection of our country to the U.S. Now, all of those who supported it, they are here calling it mere suspension.
Which means that la.
And you see where we are.
Say the la and post sanction.
When you continue to back the rule chart, and because you feel they have not acted rule on you, understand that it will come a time that child will ruin you. This is where we are. America did all of what they did. They never knew that rule children they were backing. And now it is after them.
That Fagon.
It is after them.
That Fagon will carry Baga in government.
They're looking for more projects to how to call it, place on their head, so to make them look that they are undertaking development projects. So the only place that they think they can go now, because the way Donald Trump behaving, so the people know that they can only cost America now for China.
The government, most important, which we will get to be accusing in the face of global tension, accuse in the face, in the rise, when there is a rise in anti-Western sentiment across sub-Saharan Africa, with what we're seeing in Burkina Faso, in Niger, in Mali, in Guinea right here, all of these tensions are going on, right? To see one of the spokesperson of the Liberian government on the back of different accusations that the Liberian government was, an accomplice in some of what is happening in Burkina Faso, that they have come to say, oh, they are here inside, blah, 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 accuses the American government of what? Conniving with people to bring war into Liberia is alarming. Listen to Fagon. This man will take this government to the graveyard. And this is what the president told him to go and say. And this is how he said it.
But I speak truth to power.
Yeah.
You made allegation against them. You want them prosecuted. But you got a criminal insulting the president, whom you found guilty, sentenced to 3.5 years in jail. You stay dying also almost 3 years now. He can go inside one day to pay for his crime.
They may also, you're saying on the main show, they may buying you bossa to wear. Stanton buying you, literally buying you bossa to wear, giving you everything.
You want to get out?
When your woman put you us, but anyway.
You want us to get out video and respond?
The new Liberia is changed.
You know, Western is going, yeah. Say that my children,
American
my
business people write a letter to our president insulting him because he's not working with their time. Everybody will come to us and say American government. We're tired with that nonsense.
You hear him? The government says to the US that this conversation, these issues about American government is a nonsense and they are tired with it. It's not my word. This is the word of one of Buckeye's chief communicator. This is the comments from the regime, the head of the state broadcaster in the Republic of Liberia, communicating the foreign policy direction of the government. That the interaction, the respect, the honor for the relationship that have subsisted between Liberia and America, they are tired with that nonsense.
But as small as on FBS, I thought we were going to be business people.
Correct.
They will come and they will lie to us. Oh, the American government will not be happy with this. The American government will not support this. Meanwhile, let's get some facts together. If at all China had not built the SKD,
you see the bidding for China?
For us.
So you see why they are doing this? Now he comes to bid for China now, against America, to tell you clearly. So then you go to the UN. America say, okay, these people used to be with us. Basically, the only thing America benefit from Liberia is the vote, right? People used to be in our corner, but they have gone rogue, right? They have gone rogue. This is how Liberia is discussed in the West now. In Washington, Liberia has gone rogue already. Liberia is no longer in America corner. You have radicals that have hijacked, governance in the country, and they are moving radically, and they do not want to be held accountable, through due processes in procuring or securing financing. So they prefer doing business with China and other, illicit financial organizations where they put money in bag without no due diligence. This is where they want to be.
That ATS were going to be playing at today.
If America not going to be excluded, if China not going to be excluded,
but ATS
trying to tell Liberian that America is not doing nothing for Liberia, and they are tired with that nonsense.
The old Rabat International Airport,
so the old airport.
If China had not built it today,
they need terminal.
That it was going to be using.
So America, so basically trying to program the minds of Liberians to say America keeping you down.
Congo people that in the horses government ministries then were Allah. If the Chinese had not built the ministerial complex, tell them that the old Congo frame horses were going to be in for ministries. No. We're talking today. We're talking.
Maybe that's somebody wants to talk.
Yeah. On the Capitol Hill. If the Chinese people had not built the new Fender campus that the earlier year we're going to be talking about today, 178 years old. So you will not force me. You don't tell me like it be so. I will talk today.
Talk, Baba.
I will talk.
People you lose talk. As soon as they give you some Ghana, the guys want to from Ghana.
The Chinese people have not built the new Capitol building.
They need that gene after you. So you please text me that gene from Ghana that Fagon can drink. They put a knee on you. In the camp, they used to call him, but he can. The
Chinese people are not going to give up 5.5 million
irresponsible
to build our new television and radio complex.
Correct.
But as small was on FBS, I thought we were going to be saying that.
Basically, why are you wasting your time being in America? China can vote for you 100,000. America video, Is it? Say that you're nonsense.
Always bring.
You're nonsense. You always bring.
Now that the Chinese people.
That the Chinese people.
That be so.
I
won't get this. Yeah, I won't get this.
Everybody.
So,
what the people know that way? They mean,
Now that the Chinese people teaching all
Casapico, Casapico working.
Showing all
Casapico, Patrick
to
Kennedy,
raise
thank you.
our animals, how to use our bangu. You won't bring war now.
Okay, that is the point. Say now that the Chinese people teaching how to do this, how to raise our baboon, you won't bring war. So who won't bring war? America wants to bring war.
So Abu, you
Folks,
see,
you listen?
You see when we told you that these people pay Dr. Raptor to come here and insult America in the face of American ambassador and representatives. When we told you that July 20th
let me go back a little bit. Let our friend in the embassy hear this. Oh my word. Let me go back a little bit.
Bigger.
Say now that the ranking politician how to raise our baboon. You won't bring war. Right?
Clearly today, that we're going to be using.
I went back to
always bring. Now that the Chinese people, you know,
I want to.
Casaprico working in the ball brain. I mean, whole brain that Ghana Lagos Casaprico.
I won't get there.
Who beg you get there?
Now that the Chinese people teaching all agriculture, showing all how to keep our beloved pepper in king, how to raise our animals, how to use our bangu. You won't bring war now.
Higa, who won't bring war?
America.
So you follow the whole discussion.
In the words of the government, America want to bring war.
This is where we are.
This is and I don't think the U.S.
government has accused. And everybody should be concerned. We are afraid because we do not want war in this country. For so long, we've heard this thing from unofficial sources and people say, "Oh, America can bring," but a sitting spokesman, a head. I mean, this man has access to the president's bedroom. This man come out from there and say that because the Chinese people doing all the what he think the Chinese people doing, like bro, America won't bring war.
And I think the U.S. embassy. I don't think the U.S. embassy have to take this lightly. This is a very grave allegation that the government has levied against the U.S., our greatest and closest ally over the years since our existence. And today, Liberians themselves should not take this lightly. You will not sit for a group of irresponsible and reckless people to come and just sit and make statements and put our country peace at stake. And then we sit and say, hey, we'll let it go.
Let me just put a small here, then we'll stop it and do some jaw and take few calls because of time. We have like 10 minutes. You won't bring war.
Now that they're building the first diagnostic clinic and laboratory in the whole sub-region, you won't bring war now. Now that they're coming build the two modern, now they're coming. They already start. The two modern overhead passes where you can see in Europe and America, you come and start war now. Must we always be the pole in Africa? Because America says,
let me hold it right there. Open the phone line, Liberians. You have your say. The government thinks through Eugene Fagon that America wants to bring war because China is doing what she's doing. They have all of the details.
When they born and drink a cold Casaprico, nothing can come from him.
Casaprico say America won't bring war because China coming be over part. China be that airport. I was saying America not bring war. Be the invincible part. I was saying. And not invincible part, but the ministerial complex. I was saying China not bring war. But as soon as it came to that time, then they change their mind. They say America won't bring war. Hey, folks. So yes,
this is where we are.
Star 799 star 11 hash. More money to give out this morning on the cash giveaway. Right, more money to give out. Let me see. I have the distinct honor to make to do another draw this morning. Why you all get ready? The government say America won't bring war. He got let take course 8 minutes.
We can start off with this. Let's talk to this person. Good morning. Morning. You live on the radio and welcome.
Yeah, my name is Otis Bagley. I joined my resident into a farm, Bushel Adam.
Otis, go ahead from 12 Farm this morning. You live on the radio.
Yeah, you got a reckless man like you just raccoon. saying a whole lot of things against.
But why you guys want to look at Eugene as a person, right? This is a message from the government. Eugene is speaking on behalf of the government.
Yes, man, but he is propagating the measures of the government.
So who should be considered as irresponsible now? Because I think it should be the government instead. Because Eugene is only telling us what the government is saying.
Yeah, but if you have a regular father, they have to expect the children to act. They will follow the father's footsteps. Look at Eugene Fakunwa, something water spoon in the back chicken for. Like you won't tell him something water spoon, whole lot of rubbish.
Eugene Fakunwa used to be eating journalism.
Mama, y'all leave here and stand on things that business that United Party thing they'll go discuss it. But the man say America won't bring war. Are you not worried?
And somebody is telling us the president by now supposed to dismiss Eugene Fakunwa. But how the president will do it when Eugene is propagating the message of the government? Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead, you live on the radio.
Well, let me appreciate the both of you in studio this morning, Abu. My name is Abin Dana and I come from the UN Drive. Well, Abu, let me first of all appreciate Almighty God for pumping breath into all of our voices to be heard. You know, I think the thing for Eugene Fakunwa is bigger than what Edwin Snow said. I think there was time that Edwin Snow actually invite Fakunwa to the House of Senate so he can make sure they will bring war.
If the presidency, the president has dismissed it, man.
We're talking about serious thing. The man saying people won't bring war in the country. Talking about
as we were talking about
Edmund,
war being coming out to make clarity, we are also calling the embassy because this border our security. The government of Liberia claiming that you, America, want to bring war. So we want you to provide some clarity as to how and when and how is it happening? And to conclude, it is important that we share this.
I want to pay some money quickly.
Yeah, let us share this information. This is why we always say things to you guys. Because when you go on this podcast and carry on the kind of stuff, don't follow them. So when you get it, you bring it to us, and then we can be informed as to what is happening. But America, this international community, they all of these things, they follow it.
Thank you.
So Fakunwa is putting the government is putting our country at risk. They're putting all against America. This is not good. So Pierre should come out to speak.
Okay,
because these are the things that he come out to talk about.
All right, let's talk to Fred. Fred from the international line. Go ahead, you live on the radio.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. The America that you in, the government is accusing the America that you in of planning to bring war in our country.
Well, Eugene Fakunwa, he never take a medication this morning.
The man drink a casaprico. Like the thing the man can drink.
Mama, that man in top government. That man say something. We might just look at as Tabata. That man know what he talking. Tabata, the government are the people responsible for our safety. The people say the America won't bring war. America got to tell us what they know about what the people saying. They say because China doing all the development, America vest, America won't bring war.
Eugene Fakunwa trying to impress on what kind of he's doing his job.
But now the detriment of our country. Now you can't impress the government. All right,
thank you.
Yeah,
let me pay. Higa quickly. Let me pay this money.
Give money to somebody.
Yeah, go money. Let me see what who's will say they want here. Yeah, go again. Then I'll play it back again. Yeah, that the thing free scratch guy can do to people sometimes. But your money, who's in the man? But we will not tolerate people disrupting the public discourse. We're calling this person again. Where you can put your phone. This is money for you this morning. In this hard economy where the president is flying private jet, when common people cannot find food to eat, the president is even making advance payment as we have heard. Something we're going to investigate today and talk more about tomorrow, right? This whole private jet, it's a presidential private jet. Okay, y'all will get it, Labyrinth. Okay, so the third time. Reading the sales, you do it 3 times. So, okay. Iba, Robin, you want to pick up your call? This is Freedom FM. You're live on the radio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What is your name?
Obay Kamara.
Like, did you play our cash giveaway this morning?
Yeah.
How many times?
5 times.
Okay, so in the meantime, we've sent you $1,000 as a frequent player. You still have a chance. You have like 3 minutes, and you can see whether you can put in. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay, congratulations. And so let's take Hossein Keo. Hossein, you're back. Let's hear you this time around. Fagan says America wants to bring war. Is that the view of you, Unity Partisan?
Thanks for the second segment. So, yeah, just a little correction. Eugene is not the official spokesperson of this government. Spoke in a capacity as Eugene.
His capacity as Eugene. The man spoke in his capacity as Director General of LBS.
And you, the official spokesman for the government, to tell who can speak for them, who not can speak, or let's take you. Hello, good morning. You're still talking about official capacity. Yeah, what official capacity you get? Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. This is Sango. I was calling from Tito Mozilla County.
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned about that statement because we noticed 14-year crisis in the country, people been accusing American broad war in the country. So coming from the government angle, according to single and consensus of this country, I'm going to be protesting at the American embassy. I can assure you from Thursday of war, and I'm going to the national legislature for this government to give clarity.
Okay, all right, okay. Thank you very kindly. So let's take this call. Good morning, Chief.
Mr. Abu Sharia, good morning.
I'm fine, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Are you the one regarding the accident case for your brother of Josephville?
No. I think that should be another person.
Okay, I'm missing your information on another person.
Okay, let's talk to this person from here. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, you're live.
Yeah, this is Larry Tucker from Burville.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that statement Falcon is giving, I believe it.
Okay.
Oh, you believe it?
I totally believe it. Yes, I believe it. So it's from the government.
Mm-hmm.
That information from the.
Oh, so you see, okay. And I mean, myself, I'm not taking it lightly. And as much as I know they make a dream, Caprisco, but I mean, this is scary. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Mm-hmm. This is a great allegation.
I'm trying to ask
Go ahead.
Yes. Abu, thank you for your discussion this morning. You see, what usually is saying, we should not look at it as a statement.
Mm-hmm.
This is a global. Is something that may say. It usually is some strategic thing what we are not speaking on behalf of the government.
Exactly. He said somewhere that we are not privy to certain things. He's saying what he's saying, so we can't overlook it.
China building.
Mm-hmm. That's making America vex, and America want to bring war.
Abu,
mm-hmm.
Let me say this: the time will come. China, Russia, India, all this stuff.
Okay, the man will do. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu and Mola.
Morning.
My name is James Sago. I'm the chairman for the Voice of Nigeria. I come from Princeton.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the opportunity. You see, the statement by UG or there's a serious statement, and this statement, I believe they had meeting and they were discussing who would bring it up, who would come and talk.
Mm-hmm. So they're thinking on who to talk. Yeah.
Yeah, who to talk it. Because since in that statement, no government official ever come out to tell us, this particular.
Because even in the statement, he can say, me, I can speak to the power. So apparently he told them, he said, me, I can speak. I will go say it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's talk to David King. David, morning.
Morning, my brother. You know, you if I go really doing your work. Really doing your work. You if I go think like bro can survive over America. Is that what you thinking? Is that what you thinking? No.
How much are they paying that program?
Now, let me say this. You think diplomacy, we know that the government don't believe in diplomacy because we listen to that alone. He said on the global stage, when whenever Liberia is about to make decision, it will not be in the interest of any other country, but it will be in the interest of Liberia first. But Darrell and Eugene and other people get to understand that America has always been there for Liberia. Even the airport that we're generating funds from today, it was built by America. The Freeport Moreover that we boast of, they were built by America. It was and JFK today, we boast of, they were built by America. That is the infrastructure in the country was built by America. And aside from that, America has been helping us in our post-war recovery, just that corruption has not been in favor of Liberian people, but America has contributed immensely to the growth of this country.
Thank you.
And speak to the public that way.
All right.
Thank you, David. We will have to hold it there. Time have actually, and we will have to extend these conversations because they are very, very interesting. For me, I know when you're discussing Liberia, there is no way you can downplay. I mean, when you say Liberia, America, that's a simple way I can put it. If it is possible, you can even, if you even want to say the air you breathe is because of America, right? Go to your hospitals, the beds that your patients lie on, the American money, American taxpayers' dollars. Your schools, the schools you sit in, American tax dollars are in it. I mean, America is everywhere. America is so people like Fagon them, who are semi-educated, right? Making outlandish comments to appease some, a radical diplomatic shift that the government is trying to embark on. The government can decide who she wants to do business with. The consequences and the repercussion is on the government, although the citizens will feel the pinch. But at the end of the day, right, to be making comments and statements that threaten all of us, and you are blaming America because the people wrote, Ivanhoe wrote a letter, and you say insulting, right? You're so very, very irresponsible to have said something and change it, collect money and say, is it because, And then you say, oh, they put red letter, they insult the president. They put red letter, they insult the president. So you could not, or you go in your meeting, you say Eugene Fagon should go and accuse the American government. We'll give time between now to the end of the week. Mm-hmm. If the embassy does not see this serious to talk, and to say something about, then we will definitely have a reason to believe and create the necessary awareness among our people to be cautious, to be on the alert, and agree with the statement of the government spokespersons. America is concocting a plan against the Republic because she does not seem happy that the government is doing business with China. And this is the cost of the conversation. So because China is building whatever China is building, America, the government is telling us that America is not happy, and that's why they want to bring war. Hey, God, we gotta go.
Yes, we will be here tomorrow. It's terrible when we hear these things and put our country's peace at stake, and that's why we will always advocate for the relevant authority to speak and speak clearly, so that you clear the doubt of Liberians, so they don't live in fear. The trauma from the war. Many of us who were around, and many of those who were around whenever they hear issues about war, especially being supported by the U.S. as it is claimed by the government, then it put us in a position where we get traumatized and start to think of where we passed before. And it's important for the government to speak. So until we are back here tomorrow, the peace of our country is paramount, and let the U.S. Embassy see this revelation coming from a strong member within the government, the president, a man who is always within the president's cycle, Let the U.S. Embassy see this as a very serious statement that warrant response, and then yes, we move on from there.
And so we've played our part. We've said exactly what we could. Liberians, you have the information, you have the education. We can talk the politics, but nothing should threaten our peace and stability. Not nobody should dare do that. So while we're having all the conversation, the finance minister that promised that by the 25th, latest 25th, 26th, you'll pay salaries. Today is the 29 or 28. 28. Today is the 28th. And people are complaining. By 18 or so ministries, agencies, employees are complaining that they have not received their pay. And some have not even gotten paid for April. The prayer band Minister of Finance, Augustine P. Gafuan. My name is Abu, and of course, Hika here. Bye bye.